And here's the reality. This is the ecosystem we live in. I can do a video on my podcast where I break down the last 9 games the Pelicans have used Zion Williamson as the primary ball handler. I want to call out a coach yesterday. Oh, that gets tens of millions of engagements. That's the ecosystem we live in. So do fans actually want to be educated or not? Mm-hmm. Do they?
No, JJ Redick, what don't you understand? What don't you understand?
Welcome to the Dark Times channel. And before I go ahead and get started, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. And if you're not new to the channel and you enjoy the content so far on this channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And so yesterday I posted a video in regards to JJ Redick chiming in on Doc Rivers and Doc not taking accountability for his lack of success. And as I said yesterday, it wasn't so much that JJ said what he said, but it's how he said it. And that's what made it a hot take. And in turn, he somewhat sensationalized it for the audience.
For the James Harden trade to the Clippers working out, he wants credit for that. There's never accountability with that guy. There's never accountability.
And that's something that, we've almost never seen coming from a player, especially a former player who played for that particular coach, coming at him in that manner, in that fashion on a major network. I've never seen it. That's something that I've never seen. And it sounded somewhat personal. And so JJ Redick, one of the offensive yesterday on First Take, and he tried to flip the script. He tried to change the narrative, and Shannon Sharpe wasn't going for it.
Now I want to address Stephen A's point. Since when is it players' jobs to educate people on basketball? When did that become a thing? Isn't that our job? Isn't that our job?
I'll answer.
I view that as my job. That's my job to educate people on basketball.
I'm letting you speak, and then I'll answer.
It's our job, Stephen A., to educate people on basketball. It's our job. And here's the reality. This is the ecosystem we live in. I can do a video on my podcast. Where I break down the last 9 games the Pelicans have used Zion Williamson as the primary ball handler and what type of actions that has led to. I looked it up this morning. 54,000 views on YouTube. But I want to call out a coach yesterday. Oh, that gets tens of millions of engagements. That's the ecosystem we live in. So do fans actually want to be educated or not? Mm-hmm. Do they?
We just did a show on things that was going to we wouldn't be on the air very long. That's a part of First Take. You have to do hypotheticals at some point in time, JJ. Damn, you want absolute every time you talk.
Shannon, I know how this show works. I know how this show works. Yes, of course I do.
Well, likely, we have a topic, which is more likely. Well, I don't think either is likely. Well, hell, we should have threw the topic out. We should have picked something else. Hey,
funny, I tried to get the producer to put the topic out.
And so once again, JJ Redick is trying to play the victim again here and act like he's the smartest guy in the room at the same time, because he knows good and well how television works and he knows how content creation works. It's all about ratings.
How would a normal person say that, Jen? No one needs to know how the hot dogs are made.
It's about entertainment. It's about drama. It's about what drives ratings. And like it or not, this is where we're at. This is what it's come to.
Do they?
No, JJ Redick, what don't you understand? What don't you understand? All that coach speak and all this other stuff. People don't want to hear that. That's what coaches are into, Chris. How many times have we watched Charles Barkley, Chris? Is he breaking down the game?
Never.
He don't even know half the players who are playing. Come on. But they want to hear what Charles has to say about the other stuff. Yep. JJ, come on, man. Is this on? You know what? Break it down on a basketball game. Tell me about the screen and tell me about that in a game. But that's not what people tune in for. They want people's takes. What do you think of this? Did you like the All-Star game? Didn't you like the All-Star game? Not any kind of technical mumbo jumbo. Nobody wants to hear that. That's you trying to flex your muscles and tell us how smart you are with basketball. Chris, he's just missed the boat. He doesn't understand. It's not just that people want you to rip people or whatever, and that's the only thing they care about. It's about your take on stuff, good, bad, or indifferent. That's what you're up there for. He's asking Stephen A. Not technical and all that other stuff. There's a time and place for that. Those geeks, Chris, and
so I absolutely agree with Rob 100% on this one. You know, there's a time and there's a place for breaking down film and breaking down the game and giving your audience an understanding of how the game works and the nuances of the game. But First Take isn't the time or the place. And I'll throw out an analogy. Let's take the show Game of Thrones or House of Dragon. That's probably one of the most popular or most watched shows on television right now. And I can guarantee you, I can almost 100% guarantee that the majority of the audience, after the show is over, they don't want to watch the clips on how the show is made or what the director was thinking when he did this or that. The majority of the people aren't watching that. They're not checking for that. They just want to watch their show on Sunday nights and be entertained. But once again, JJ had to make it about himself, and he had to show his own audience how much more intelligent he was than them. Because like I said, he's on First Take. Nobody's going on First Take to hear the game broken down. They don't go on there for that. If they want to hear the game of basketball broken down, they can go online and look at old Hubie Brown clips, because nobody broke the game down better than him. People want to hear hot takes and debate when they tune in. And so I thought it was somewhat pious of a JJ to go on his little rant about this particular matter, especially on First Take of all places. But go ahead and let me know what y'all think in the comments. And as usual, peace and chaos.